Disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone. This is Life Coach Tricia from Life Coach Philippines. I am a Master Builder Apprentice of Master Coach A, and our mission is to build Thrive as we help your unstoppable dream come true. I am the creator and founder of Express to Dream Big Again coaching community. My mission is to create a safe space for you and for the people that matters to you. Express as you journey on the freedom to choose to stay alive and to dream big again. You are joining me today for Unleash Your Voice here in our new digital space, Ting Talk Broadcast. Ting Talk Broadcast is a flagship community project of the speakers of Coaching Ting Talk from Life Coach Philippines and members of Coach A Coaching Community. Our mission is to get closer to our kindred and serve better our coaching tribe. We envision being the go-to network for the content that connects the mind, heart, and soul through the platform of life coaching. This is us in the Philippines advancing coaching as an art, a science, a lifestyle, a profession, and a business. Your one coaching thought for today is consistency. There is no secret sauce for success. All that is required is consistency. We will be right back shortly. And so, welcome back. Today is the 18th day of June in the year 2022. And I am broadcasting beyond borders of Pasig City. So tonight, we are live here at Decap Copper Republic inside Pioneer Center Compound, Pioneer Road, Corner Brixton, United States, Capitolio, Pasig City. You are joining me for the live streaming of Unleash Your Voice, and this program is created for coaching conversation for the young generation of leaders to express responsibly so that they can be free from the impressions that hinder the fulfillment of their dreams. There are always reasons why we wanted to do things in our life. Together, let's learn and talk about the stories behind the advocacy of our guest tonight. So, meet Allen Purto, a current BA psychology student and a president of a public speaking and debate organization who dabbles with anything he sees as fun or interesting. He is the host. He is a host, public speaker, a mental model collector, a podcaster, and a storyteller. He aims to fulfill his advocacy for the people to go out to be who they are, to live the life in a way that only they can, and seek discomfort. So, to everyone, help me welcome our guest tonight, uh, Allen Purto.
Hi.
Ayan, so for tonight, Alan, may request for you. At paano mo ba gustong introduce yung sarili mo sa mga taong nakikinig sa atin or sa mga taong kausap mo?
Oh, okay. I mean, ano ba? Like this
Not usual, Alan. Like, parang hindi siya yung usual na the way na pagpapakilala mo sa kanila.
Okay. So, hi, I'm Alan, and I quite literally just do anything I want. Yeah, that's it. Kasi ayoko yung yeah, I don't like the restrictions. Let me rephrase that better. I don't like restrictions that hinders progress, or I don't like restrictions that are there just because it's meant to control you. So you don't really get to fully immerse yourself in it. You don't really get to quote unquote evolve the person that you are. So I'm a person who is very into whatever I find interesting and fun, like mentioned nga kanina. And yeah, no, I do whatever I want to do. And if people want to join me in it, then good. If not, then I hope you find something that makes you happy as well.
Okay, thank you for that, Alan. So, as we start our conversation tonight, so let's have a game lang as we start, okay? So, one of the things that, paano ba kami, like, if you are someone na, like, first time kami makita ni Alan na both nasa screen, like, dati nag-Facebook Live na din kami na Alan about learning. So, if you remember that. So, and isa din sa mga reason ko paano kami nag-connect ni Alan because of the Skyrocket, di ba,
Yes.
Alan? So, it's a workshop, a 6-week workshop. And one of the things na ginagawa natin doon is defining our own emotion. So, tonight, magsasabi ako ng emotion and let's have a game. Like, magsasabi ako ng emotion, define mo sila through colors. Like, di ba, meron tayong kanya-kanyang way on
Okay.
how we define our emotion, di ba? Like,
Yeah.
meron tayong mga ano ba yung certain experience. But tonight, I want to also reach yung mga taong nahihirapan to really, paano ba nila i-describe yung emotion nila.
Okay.
So tonight, let's have, tulungan natin sila in being able to really give them a definition or sa color lang, like simple lang siyang bagay, pero at the same time, matutulungan ka talaga magkaroon ng definition ng emotion na yun. Okay, so
Sure.
let's, magsasabi ako ng color, then sabihin mo kung anong emotion yung na-feel mo doon.
Okay.
Okay? So, the first color is color red. Ano yung emotion na na-imagine mo kapag nakikita mo yung color red?
Anger or passion?
Okay? So, ano ba yung certain experience na ano yung reason behind kung bakit anger or passion yung nakikita mo sa color red?
Okay, so alright, so I'm gonna try not to take too much of this explaining, but one of the things that helped me as who I am to understand the way I feel and the way I think. I'm not sure if I talked to you about this before. I was able to, because my viewpoint is that our human's personality is a complex thing. Hindi siya simplistic na ito yung personality mo. There's a lot of things that go into that. So to help me understand myself better, I succeeded in being able to split my personalities. Being able to split my personality into different aspects.
Okay.
And so, yung version or yung aspect ng personality ko that handles negative thoughts or negative emotions, ang na-assign kong color sa kanya was red. Because I assigned elements do sa aspects and he got fired. So, yun, naging red yung ano niya. Yeah.
Okay, ayun yung reason kung bakit yun yung nakikita mong emotion doon sa color na yun. So, remind ko lang sa everyone that we have our own definition of our emotion. So, maybe yung red sa'yo is ibang emotion din. But yun, yung sinusubukan lang namin ni Allen to really set an example. Ano ba yung nakikita nating emotion doon? And at the same time, paano ba namin kayo matutulungan to really describe yung mga emotion na nafe-feel nyo? So, pwede nyo gamitin yung mga colors, like a specific song na naririnig nyo or like really that can really help you to really start expressing yung emotion na nararamdaman. So, ayan. So, that is the first color, red. The emotion that nafe-feel mo doon is anger or passion or like pag nakikita mo yung color na yun. So, ayan. So, the next color is blue. So, anong emotion naman yung pag nakikita mo yung color blue? Ano yung nag-i-interpret na yun sa'yo?
So, this is funny kasi hindi siya sadness.
Okay.
The sadness actually is so based in explain ko kanina na system of understanding myself. Sadness actually falls under the red kasi negative emotions or ano na siya. So the one that holds yung positive thoughts, positive emotions ko, it's actually blue. Kasi yun yung so ang nangyari kasi sa kanya is naging fire and ice. So ice yung masaya, yung like wala, or like it's just very happy. So yun yung naging color ko sa kanya. So blue for me stands then in that context it stands for a very calm, chill, and or very happy na emotion.
And while you were describing na that the ice and fire na like yung emotion na nafe-feel mo din, parang nalaro mo ba yung game na meron ding ice girl and Fireboy? Yes. Ayan. So, yun yung na-imagine ko din. And ang galing lang siya kasi like we have like yung sinabi mo nga, may iba din yung perspective mo on how you see that emotion. And paano, like, yun yung talagang unang pumasok sa mind ko din, yung laro na yun. So, if you're someone na naglaro, that's a Free or Y8, doon natin siya. Our generation tend to use to play on that website, and yun yung din yung nakatulong sa akin para like makonect ko din saan ba nanggaling din yung perspective na yun. And it's really helpful for me right now din kasi like for me ang blue din kasi like iba ding emotion, di ba siya? So it's really cool na meron ding maiintindihan mo na din na yung meron ding ibang perspective. Like meron ding iba't ibang perspective on how we see things and how we define things. Ayan. So meron na tayong color red, that is anger and passion. Tapos yung second is yung positive emotion sa blue. So right now let's talk about the color green.
Oh, okay. So the green for me actually falls under. Oh, this is gonna sound really bad. It falls under deceit and manipulation. Kasi so it has that feeling of poison. Kaya deceit and manipulation kasi poison siya. But the way kasi that I saw it is in a bigger scale kasi, right? Whatever you do in life, and there are a lot of things that this falls under yung category na to, or yung thought na to, is that even if you're doing it for the good, even if you're doing it for something, actually it's globally or like it's largely more for good, there are people that will go against that. There are people who will, kukunin nila na parang negative yun. And so instead of me like getting hurt by that, or instead of me like being bothered by the fact that people see it the wrong way, I kind of just embraced it and had fun with it. So that aspect became this manipulation. Not the manipulation part where I actually hurt people. No, it's more so just like sometimes I like acting differently if that's what helps lighten up the situation. It's not like I let go of myself. It's not like I put on a mask. It's really just more of it whatever helps me surprise the person at that moment to change the flow of the situation. So that's what green becomes for me.
Oh, okay. So when was the last time like you ginamit mo yung ganun na emotion? Like you needed to really put the mask para like yung mga dati natin conversation, naririnig ko sa'yo na like you really need to, parang kung kailangan mo mag-step ba para matulungan mo yung taong kausap mo. When was the last time yung ganun experience?
It was when so I was helping. So meron akong dalawang schoolmate. Juniors ko sila sa school. They're 1 year below me, and na-realize ko kasi, and I kasi observant ako, right? So I've noticed na may parang problem kasi they were super close. But then within this year, nung nakita ko sila, parang may problema, parang ang distant no feeling. So I was just observing it. I was waiting for it, and then yung isa sa kanila, she started like she kind of started acting like really sad whenever nababanggit yung name ng isa.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, something's wrong. Something's very wrong. Something's not right. And then, I ask questions, or I ask things lang na parang ay, nangyari ba to? Yung parang wala akong alam. But then, she would give me information. And that would be enough for me. So, nung kinausap ko yung isa, kasi like, there were like going around rumors and whatever that happened sa kanila. So, obviously, I wanted to, help. So, obviously, nung nag-usap kami, kasi the other one also approached me about it. I kind of just acted like, what? Really? I never noticed.
Okay.
But since I already noticed things ahead of time, I was able to fix my words in a way that actually allowed her to be open about it. Kasi, and this is, obviously to other people, this would fall under deceit and manipulation, but she wasn't aware kasi of herself. She wasn't aware of her emotions. She wasn't aware of what she was feeling. So I had to rephrase things in a way na wala akong alam but then may na-feel ako ganun, which would then bring out the I think I feel that way rin.
Okay, so yung ganun na emotion is hindi lang para to really help you na to really ma-express sa kanila kung ano yung concern mo, but it also help other people na mas to really feel comfortable to really talk about kung ano yung pinagdadaanan nila. So yun yung green para sa iyo, and yung manipulation na emotion is like, 'di ba kapag pinapakinggan kasi natin yung emotion na yun is more on negative talaga yung na-imagine natin, but this time meron siyang reason or meron siyang story, like hindi siya para sa sarili mo, but also to really help other people din. So like napakaganda din siya to really share to everyone na sometimes we tend to really name yung mga emotion na natin na positive and negative, diba? But on the first place, it depends on how you respond dun kasi sa emotion na yun.
Mm.
And yun, napakaganda lang siyang conversation. And if you are someone na nahihirapan din na really express yung mga emotion na yun, so tonight, like, eto lang yung conversation namin ni Allen, we are defining our own emotion through color. So if you are someone na nahihirapan din i-express yun, so we are inviting you to really join us tonight and share the link of this video. So ayan, so thank you for joining us on floor. So nandito si Coach John and Coach Lin kasama namin sa hall ng DCAP. So ayan, we've got also Coach Joanna, Coach Lacey, Master Coach Jasmine. Ayan, so thank you for joining us tonight. So ayan, so as we move forward to our topic tonight, yung last na color na gusto ko bigyan mo kami ng emotion, Allen, is yung color yellow. Ano yung emotion na na-imagine mo dun or nakikita mo nagde-describe sa color na yun?
Actually, yellow for me falls under freedom of creativity. So that yung aspect sa akin, my aspect of the aspect of my personality that handles my creativity, yung like pag I unleashed yung creativity ko without boundaries yun. Whatever comes to my mind, nakasulat siya, or kahit hindi siya, like even if it doesn't look plausible, pero pumasok sa isip ko, nakasulat yun, it's like that. That's actually creativity. Kasi it's kind of like a thinking for me na just as much as the sun like glows and it brightens up the world for other people and makes it better for them. I think, and I genuinely think that when people just allow themselves to be creative, solve solutions, they're not just solving or they're not just creating solutions for themselves. They create solutions or they create things that other people will benefit as well. Because that's what everything is. Like the light itself, like the light bulb, the air condition, the trains. These things were created. Sure, you might see it as it was meant as like a for them or pwedeng selfish yung reasoning ng tao, pwede. Or they just found it very interesting. But it paved the way and it gave light to a future na used to be not so existent or wala sa idea ng tao.
Okay, so thank you for sharing that wonderful definition, Alan, on how you see the different colors and paano kanya matutulungan to really describe the emotions that you are feeling. So if you are someone na nahihirapan din, we are inviting you to join us here sa DCAP to really talk about yung mga emotions na like mahirap siya sabihin, pero at the same time, magaan sa feeling kapag nasabi mo na siya. And if tatanong mo pa, paano ko ba ma-describe din yung mga emotion ko ng ganyan, we are here to help you. Ayan, so yung apat na colors na share natin for this quick game lang is yung color red that represents anger and passion. Like, this is a definition from Allen, okay? So meron tayong iba't iba definition of how we see the colors. And second is the color blue, which represent the positive emotion. And the third is the color green that represent the manipulation. And lastly, the color yellow that represents creativity. Ayan. So, for tonight, Allen, like, pinag-usapan na din naman natin siya. Anong color ang madi-describe mo dito sa conversation natin? Like, dito pa lang sa first part ng conversation. Anong color yung nakikita mo? And ano yung emotion na nararamdaman mo?
Okay. So, I can answer this actually in connection to Sano. So, there's blue,
Okay.
There's yellow, and then there's silver. Silver kasi, he's the one that siya yung namamahala dun sa aspect of my logical thinking. He's the one that, like, siya yung nag-isip about, like, what's the logical thing to say, what I shouldn't or should say right now, yung parang ganun, right? Okay. So, it's a combination of all three of them. Because, technically, kasi, like, what we're talking about still has a study. Meron siyang basis eh. It's not just out of nowhere. And we have reasons as to why we're saying them. Yellow, because this is a very creative way. It's a very creative platform. And the way that we're tackling things is still technically in a creative manner. But also positive, because it's fun. So, yeah.
And so thank you for sharing that. Ang sabi ni Coach Lacey, yellow din sa akin ang creativity. Ayan. So thank you for sharing that, Coach Lacey. Ayan. So, ngayon, Allen, as we dive deeper on the topic for tonight, like unleashing your voice, I want to really bridge yung profession na, like your course right now, like the BA psychology. It is something that, ano yung story behind, like, paano mo pinili yung course na yun? And like, paano ka like to really, like, doon talaga yung piliin mo course?
Okay. So, originally, ang nasa isip ko talaga was BMMA. It's supposed to be multimedia arts, specializing in filmmaking.
Okay.
Yun talaga yung original plan ko. But, obviously, and this is a case for a lot of people naman, during the time na I was choosing my college course, we didn't really have the funds to go into multimedia, let alone, um, yeah, we don't have the funds to go into filmmaking, let alone multimedia. Because it's expensive. You need to buy the gear, you need to buy everything else that you would need for it to work out. So while I was still choosing, I was thinking like, so what else do I go to? That's kind of where it started. Back when I was in high school, kasi my school didn't have a counselor. My school didn't have a counselor, and the principal was well aware of the situation, and students would go to me, whether they're of the same level or higher, actually, would go to me to help them process their thinking. So I kind of became the school's counselor, and this was like well aware yung principal with this.
Okay.
But just for a bit of context, I wasn't doing counseling. Back when I was in high school, I was actually already doing coaching, like life
Oh.
coaching. Kasi I was looking into it. I was looking into it. It just felt like a good hobby, or it just felt like it felt good for me, helping someone process what they're feeling, helping someone actually come to a conclusion that they needed, by asking them questions, right? And when I was looking into counseling, psychiatry, psychologist, none of them fit the category. So I was like, so what am I doing? And then, when life coaching happened here, my mother uh, started it for everyone else here. That's when I found out that apparently this entire time I was doing the bare bones version of life coaching. But then it was that situation, and and fully aware yung principal done that she said, Alan, with what you're doing, I think I can recommend a course to you, and then she gave me psychology.
Oh, so yun yung one of the reason why you choose this course, ay yung course mo right now.
Yes.
So okay, so like right now, like you're a fourth year student right now, di ba?
Yes.
As a BA psychology. So like if natapos mo siya and all, do you still want to pursue the multimedia? Like if you nahanap mo yung fund na kailangan mo to really
Mm.
to really buy the things that needed mo for that course, would you like to pursue that course?
Yes. But obviously, at that point, I don't know if I'm still gonna go to school specifically, like yung mag-enroll ako talaga ulit. But I might, I think that I'll take like online courses or something. Kasi, and this is kind of like the way I view psychology kasi has the exact same form of how people view law.
Oh.
You know how people take pre-law for a lot of other courses? And everything that you do kasi, there's psychology in it. Like, even being an architect, there's a psychology in being an architect, in being an engineer. Kasi, for example, like the lights, the color of the lights that you put in, kung gaano kalakas yung ilaw, what are the watts, yung placements nung, some people would see it as feng shui or something like that. Is it feng shui? What is it? Yeah, that. But that's psychology. It falls under that category kasi. So, in my case, yeah, technically now at this very moment, I'm still technically working on it naman.
Oh.
I watch videos that allow me to see things in a different perspective, or when someone talks about it, or nakikita ko yung content creator na pinapanood ko, I'm just like, oh, that's a really cool transition, or like that's a really cool shot, yun, or like, oh, how did he get that perspective from that far away na kita yung bridge and yung river, yung ganun. So I still am learning right now, pero hindi siya as, in depth.
Yung typical na way of learning like sa school. So like napakagaling na naririnig ko siya sa iyo, Allen, kasi hindi siya typical na plan, like kasi 'di ba kapag may pinili ka ng course sa college, parang yun na yung ending mo. And usually that kind of mindset is marami nang naka-adapt. And parang yung feeling nila wala ng pag-asa and everything, but hearing you say that, like parang binibigyan mo din sila ng hope na kahit hindi mo kaagad na like like hindi yung pinili mo course to really enter yung pagiging student mo sa college, but meron pa rin hope, like kasi nandun pa rin yung parang pinaglalaban mo talaga kung ano yung passionate ka. And like you still figure, like it's parang sinasabi mo it's okay to really figure out things na mag-work sa'yo. And it doesn't mean kapag nag-decision ka right now, yun na talaga yung pinaka-end. And ano yung one message mo to someone na like hindi naman kinakabahan but natatakot sila ngayon kasi yung pinili nilang course is hindi naman talaga yung gusto nila, or yung pinili nilang course is meron pa silang mas gusto na course. Ano yung gusto mong sabihin sa kanila na message?
It's never really too late. And I completely understand that. Actually, I was thinking about that na rin kasi, a lot of students or a lot of people out there, the parents na decision, like the parents decided for what the course they were going to take. There are people out there na, like there's so many nurses, right? Sorry. There's so many nurses abroad, but full well they wanted to be a dancer. You're gonna like you can see it with how they move and stuff like that. But it's never really too late. One thing I want to say, and I don't know if this counts as a hot take or something, but the first course is what your parents will fund, right? The first course that you're going to take, the first one that you're going to take in college, granted, yung parents mag-fund yan. But the second courses you're going to be taking, second, the third, the fourth, or whatever you want to learn, if it's already coming out of your own pocket, go for it. There's too much in life. There's so much out of life na you can do to be boxed by a course. It sounds really privileged, but even before we were well off, personally, I didn't care about having a course. Actually, I just took it just so I don't have to explain to people I don't have a course. But yeah, no. Even before I went to college, even before we were well off, I already didn't see, for me personally, yung course. I understand that it's very much necessary, and it would help in the long way. And so I took it for that reason. But actually, the point is, go for it. Never. It's understandable if your parents or the external pieces are what's chaining you back. That's understandable. But don't let yourself be the chain that holds you back.
And coming from what you're saying, Allen, like you don't really limit yourself dun sa mga bagay na gusto mong gawin because kung ano man yung sinasabi ng ibang tao sa'yo. Like yung sinabi mo nga, how does it feel ngayon, Allen, na like sinabi mo na hindi mo din nakikita yung sarili mo na like, meron kang course and everything but pinili mo siya kasi para less na yung tanong sa'yo ng mga tao. How does it feel na like in last year mo na to, di ba, as a college student, how does it feel na natapos ko din siya kahit parang yung reason mo kung bakit mo siya pinili is hindi naman talaga siya yun yung pinaka gusto mo. Ano yung naramdaman mo?
Actually, yeah, I wasn't really for the coursework thing. Yung sinasabi nila na mas mapapadali ang paghanap mo ng trabaho pag may course ka and everything like that. But one thing I am genuinely thankful for na tinake ko siya was the people I met along the way. People that I now have contact with, people now that I've built connections with. Just people now that are with me. They're I think that's my greatest yun yung like pinakamasaya sa akin na moment is the fact na I mean school itself was okay. It was fun naman. Some parts of it. Yeah. School itself, like yes, finally, like makaalis na ako, and I really want to leave. I'm so done. But yeah, it's being thankful pa rin for me. Being thankful for the things that you've achieved along the way. Kasi I look back now and I look at it and say na kung hindi ko siya kinuha before, I wouldn't have the things I enjoy now. I mean, I might, but it would be a completely different experience or a completely different form of like receiving it. But I feel like I still like the way I got it now.
Okay, so thank you for sharing that, Alan. So while our viewers is kumbaga iniisip pa nila kung ano yung color na nararamdaman din nila sa conversation na to, we'll just having a short break and mag-water break lang kami na Alan and we will be right back.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag and drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag and drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.
And we are back for the second part of our 10th episode of Unleash Your Voice, brought to you by DCAP Copy Republic, the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines, and our home as a professional certified CACC Life Coaches. So meet our coaching tribe at DCAP Copy Republic, located at Pioneer Center Compound along Pioneer Road, Corner Brixton in United States Capitolio, Pasig City. We are open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday to Thursday. Our coaching hub is also an event place and a venue of choice for an intimate gathering. Connect with Coaches at 0917-586-1661 for inquiry and reservation. And starting last June 1, face-to-face daily event is back at DCAP Copper Republic. We invite you to join Fab Saturday. Today, we have got open mic with Coach Orville, Comfy Sunday, Sundays for Life with Coach Hon, Nurturing Monday, Walk Along with Coach Tin, Purpose Tuesday, Away in a Day with Coach Giselle. Groove Wednesday, it's all about habits with Master Coaches Min. And lastly, Strengthening Thursday, Coaching for the Soul with Master Coach A. So, let me invite you to join us. Nandito kami ngayon ni Allen sa function hall ng DCAP and nasa labas sila. And ongoing na yung open mic. So, if you are near here dito sa DCAP, we invite you to join us. And to really, if gusto mong kumanta, gusto mong i-deliver yung tulang na isulat mo, we really want to really invite you to join us tonight. And I also invite you to become a holder of the Be Learning e-card and join me inside the Be Learning Society as one of the mental model collectors. So enjoy a food and beverage discount from Decap Cup Republic and full access pass to monthly mental model masterclass of Master Coach, exclusive for Be Learning Society members only. Plus benefit from the 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So save the date of June 26 at 7:30 p.m. for Knowledge Mining Mental Model Masterclass and learn how to navigate through the platinum age of knowledge for growth and profit. So you will also discover how to productively mine for knowledge by mastering two powerful skills. And as a bonus, this mental model masterclass will feature the research hacks that will truly benefit both the lifelong learners and the students today. So, Think Talk broadcast is powered by Rise Up Creatives Worldwide, your social commerce turnkey solution provider in the new digital landscape. So visit at www.riseupcreatives.com to learn the benefits of lifetime members like me, which includes the ability to create valuable, engaging social media content with the original lifestyle photos in just 5 minutes. So rise up and be creative now. So ayan, so we are back for our second part of Unleash Your Voice. So as we uh, shift to the second part of Unleash Your Voice, yung sa mga hindi nakahabol sa first part, so if I really want to invite you to watch it kasi pinag-usapan namin na Allen on how we can really define our own emotion using the colors na meron tayo, like the color red, the blue, the green, and the yellow. So, and different colors pa na meron tayo. And napag-usapan din namin na Allen, paano ba na-overcome the Allen? Yung like yung pagpipili, like overcoming the course na gusto niya and ano yung plan niya right after to really pursue the things that they really want to do. And as we are shifting to the second part of Unleash Your Voice, ito yung this is how I really want to start the second part of the Unleash Your Voice, Allen. We are talking about unleashing our voice. So, ano ba yung ano ba para sa iyo ang boses mo? Like ano ba yung definition mo ng boses mo? Like yung sariling boses mo.
So I think it connects back to yung sinabi, what was written as my advocacy. It's basically for people to go out to live life only the way they can, and be and to seek discomfort. That's something natural, but what I think my voice is a voice that I'm trying to look for a better term. It's a voice that creates chaos. And what do I mean by that? Because the world itself is greatly, how do I say this? It's greatly close knit. Normally, the world itself has its own system of working.
Okay.
Right? It has its norms. It has like, oh, you're not allowed to do that because ito yung norm, or hindi ideal yang gawin kasi ito nga yung norm, or
Okay.
whatever else. I hated that. I hated that idea ever since I was a kid. I wanted to go against it in any way I could. Obviously, mas tamed na ako ngayon, I think. Mas mabait na ako ngayon. But yeah, no, I like stirring things up. I like that voice of chaos that breaks the rhythm, the normal rhythm of how the world works. Because it becomes too mundane. It becomes too neutral. It becomes the same, which I mean, if that's what everyone else is happy with, okay, sure. But then you can clearly see that not everyone's like that. Not everyone likes the way the world works. Not everyone likes following the customs. Not because they're rebellious, but it's just not the way that their life works. They're just not born that way. So for people who are still struggling or don't have the strength to speak up, for people who don't have the strength to make a decision, or even if it's the most radical decision that would help them move further down for their life, I want to be that voice. I want to be the person that just creates whatever chaos I need to create, if that's what's gonna make that opportunity for a person to actually rise up and to actually do what they need to do or what they truly want to do.
Okay. So yung boses mo para sa is chaos, not to really mag-create ng gulo, but to really help someone na lumabas dun sa norm sa meron tayo right now. And like, hindi siya yung typical na like, gusto mo, yung boses mo is something na like, yung normal lang. Like, di ba yung, I mean, yung mga nakakausap ko din is like, pag tatanong ko sila, ano ba yung boses para sa'yo? So, napakaganda siya, Allen, kasi yun yung, parang yun yung kailangan ng mostly ng generation natin. Kasi natatakot tayong maging kakaiba. Kasi kapag feeling natin na kakaiba tayo, hindi tayo accepted sa space. We feel rejected dun sa space na yun. But this time, you really see your voice na it will really help someone to really feel na okay lang maging iba. Like sa mga taong kasama mo, okay lang na ganito yung way of thinking mo, ito yung way of your own action on how you want to really do it. Hindi siya yung, dahil ito yung ginagawa ng friend mo, ito na din yung gagawin mo. So, like, it's not only, empowering your own voice, but it also help you empowering other people. Yung voice nila talaga to really see na okay lang yan kung ayan talaga yung yan yung personality mo, that's how you see things. Okay lang yan kasi meron naman mga tao talaga dito na really willing and ready to help you. And like dun sa sharing mo, Allen, you've shared na eto nga yung normal natin na nakakatakot maging kakaiba, like kasi yun na naman talaga sa start, especially mag-isa kayo, feel alone, and hindi mo ramdam kung yung mga tao nakapaligid sa'yo. So, meron na bang certain experience, Allen, na naramdaman mo na kailangan mong sumunod sa norms kasi yun yung way para hindi ka ma-reject or you will feel accepted dun sa group na yun? Meron na bang certain experience about it?
Oh, for sure, definitely. I don't remember specifically what they are, but I can somewhat remember the feeling. Yeah, definitely. I think okay. One of the things that I can only remember at this moment is we went to the Senate, yung House of the Senate, this is the Philippines, right? And when we were there, they brought us into parang museum nila sa loob. And then for people who are aware of how the Senate works or whatever yung basta yung mas yung very deep details about it, there is such thing as the mace of the Senate. That it's a yeah, but basically there's such thing as a mace of the Senate, and it's heavy.
Okay.
Right? They had, I don't know if it's the actual mace of the Senate or if it's a replica, but it's inside of the museum. And then smart me, younger me, thought, oh, this is gonna be such a great idea. What I did was I lifted the mace 5 feet off the floor. Like, ginanong ko siya sa taas. And yung tao na nagtutour sa amin, and everyone else, yung principal, yung whatever teachers na kasama namin, lahat sila nagpanic. Like, alam mo yung panic nung nagtutour sa amin is parang, mawawalan ako ng trabaho. Parang ganun yung feeling.
Okay.
And then like, sobrang nagpanic lahat. Tapos yung itsura ng principal namin, parang like, hindi namin makakabalik sa Senate. Hindi na kami makakabalik sa Senate. Yun yung feeling. Yeah. I mean, I still have a picture of it. I'm keeping it forever. But I just, yeah, things like that. Okay, I went too far there. So I should probably dial it back a little. Yeah, because like I said, naman, I mean, I was way younger. And it's granted naman that I was still unrefined. And I still think I'm unrefined right now. But what I wanted kasi as the voice of chaos is it's to be chaos that doesn't hurt people. It's just, to make ruckus. It's to make like guluhin lang yung system. But necessarily to hurt someone. Not unless they deserve to be hurt. But it's a completely different question. Yeah.
So, dun sa sharing mo, Allen, how does it feel? Like, ngayon, like, kinukwento mo siya sa amin. How does it feel? Ano yung nararamdaman mo na nagawa mo siya?
To this day, I still laugh about it. And ideally, I think hindi ko siya pwede sabihin. Pero I did, so here we are. Pero yun, I know, it's really funny. Kasi some people would be afraid of doing that. I mean, totoo naman. Like, it's very scary. It's the Senate. Like, but no, for me, it's still just a really funny experience. And I don't think anyone else has the courage, or as I call myself, a professional dumbass, to actually do that. Kasi no one would even think of doing that. But I did. And ang sasabi ko na doon is, hey, at least I got to do it. So, I don't know what you.
Yes. And so, isa sa mga advocacy mo, Allen, di ba? Like, to really help someone, to really, like, to really feel na okay lang maging kakaiba sa space mo. So, if you are someone na nararamdaman mo na atong space na to is hindi ako okay dito, or kahit sabihin mo, itry kong different ako, hindi pa rin okay yung pakiramdam ko. So we are inviting you to visit us in your Indie Cup. So every Thursday nandito si Allen. So if you wanted to have a conversation with him and talk about paano din ba natin ma-break yung norm. So nandito si Allen, no? So we can talk about it. And especially nandito din naman yung different coaches that will really provide a safe space for you para ma-express mo. Kasi doon din naman ako nagsimula na kaya I stopped expressing myself kasi I don't really feel na okay maging kakaiba sa space ko. And right now, napakasensyang pinag-uusapan kasi na-overcome ko na siya, at the same time may mga tao din na lumalaban para matulungan yung ibang tao. Yes, Alan.
Yeah, because this is because that's how it works for everything. Eh. Like I don't want to go like too deep into it or too heavy, pero like even when it comes to like yung topic about relationships or topic about abuse or all of those things, it will only create two paths when it happens to a person. Eh. It will only be you either succumb to the damage it does. It will make you like wala kang magawa, like you will actually surrender to it, or you're one of those people that gets very sick of it, and then you break free out of it, and then you start going against it full force. And that's the reason why I'm doing the things I'm doing. I'm acting the way I'm doing because I'm one of the fortunate ones. Okay, fine. I wouldn't say it's fortunate because probably because of it's kasi gusto ko makipag-away. I have that aspect in me na gusto ko nakikipag-away. But that aspect I wanted to then help the people that didn't get to break free. I wanted to be then the people that I wanted them to be the person that comes back for them so that they can get out of it as well. Same.
Okay, so right now, di ba, may meron tayong mga different Gen Z din na pumupunta dito. How does it feel na like na at first na nararamdaman mo din na takot din sila maging kakaiba, and ano yung nararamdaman mo para sa kanila? Like ano ba yung unang pumapasok na word sa'yo para matulungan sila?
The very first thing I always say is just okay lang yun. Like that's it. Like I just say okay lang yun. And then I basically just stay. I act the way I am, and just be around them, and then try to engage people like that. And this is Gen Z or not.
Yes.
I just do the way I am, just so I mean some people would react negatively about it, but some people would be like, okay. But then it would pique their interest of like maybe I can be like that too. And I mean, I've had like past memories. I've had experiences of being bullied or people not liking me, and that experience, after being able to process all of that, allowed me to just not care anymore about people that would go or like sabi, paano mo? Like hindi ka naman professional, ganyan, whatever they say. I mean, obviously, I would still take those things into consideration if it's necessary. But if it's just to like break me down or something, no. Because I'd really rather help someone else out of that pit than to be the only one outside of it.
Okay. So, like, yung sharing mo, Allen, na like, na-experience mo sa and all, di ba kapag na-experience mo kasi siya, somehow, unang tingin mo pa lang sa tao, or may gawin man siyang action, naiintindihan mo siya kagad, kahit wala siyang sabihin na word. And, gano'n mo siya kadalas na na-encounter, like, especially dito sa Dicap?
A lot. It has happened to me for more than a decade now. Well, I'm 21. So yeah, since I was 10, I was 9, I was already going against the norm of things. Yeah, it's. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't know their story, but you can see it. You can see with how they react.
Yeah.
You can see the way that they look at things, the way na gumagalaw yung katawan. You would see it, and that's those people, or the ones I are basically called the odd ones out. Those are the people I actually like being friends with, because they're the ones that need a group of people.
Yes.
Everyone else was like part of the famous, yung popular kids, or whoever it is, or yung gustong-gusto ng tao, yung so much charisma. Whatever, go ahead. Wala na akong pake sa'yo. Okay, I mean, like, I wouldn't really spend that much time then to try and pull you out of it. So my focus then would be the kids that wouldn't know how to talk. Because being able to have them be comfortable with you, being able to speak, and just being able to say what they want to say is already a big step forward to a possibly less quiet future.
Yes. Ayan. So, napakaganda siya pakinggan, Allen. And hindi na siya magandang pakinggan, but ramdam mo talaga na there is someone waiting for you kapag ready ka na to really ask for help. Pero taong makikinig sa'yo. And kahit wala kang magsabihin na word, alam nila. Kasi they know the feeling, ano ba yung pakiramdam ng may mga ganun na experiences. And from that, Allen, di ba pinag-usapan natin yung voice mo, yung voice mo is chaos para sa'yo. And ano yung mga like ano ba yung definition kung bakit chaos yung boses para sa like yun yung pinagkukwento natin kanina and yung naging epekto niya din sa ibang tao and especially dito sa safe space natin which is yung Di Ka Papa Republic. Ngayon, I really want to ask you, ilang boses ang meron ka, Allen?
Ooh, I don't know, actually. Yeah, no, I don't know. There's probably a few, but I can't pinpoint them. But most likely, there's a few of them. Because I'm not always chaotic. I'm not always, like magulo. I'm not always loud, contrary to what a lot of people would know. There are times where I'm quiet, contemplative. There are times where, yeah, iba. So I would say like there's probably like two, three other voices out there
Okay.
for me. But yeah, but the thing is on the top of my head, that's an additional to chaos would be the very caring and contemplative voice. Because that's one of the things that stuck with me. I had this classmate before. I asked her, "What's one thing do you think I possess that probably not no one else in the school has?" And she said, "The heart." That's what she told me. And ever since then, that has never left my mind. I mean, clearly things are different now. Probably there are far more people out there now, but yeah, it's because I know when to be chaotic. I know when to stir up chaos, but I also know when to be the person that helps repair things. I also know when to be the person that just observes and just lets things like play out until I see the opportunity that okay, I should probably do something.
Okay, so yung voice mo, like yung iba't ibang voice mo represent on how you can care for someone else. Like like hindi lang siya care, like yung personality mo on how you can really apply that voice para mas matulungan din sila. Like na-mention mo, yun yung mga boses na nasa labas ngayon. Like na-mention mo kanina. So ngayon, meron pa bang boses, Allen, na hindi naririnig ng karamihan? Meron ka bang boses na like bihira siya, like bihira mo siya mailabas?
Yeah, I would say probably yung ano. Well, it's rare now. Kasi before there's this thing. It's it's a spiritual thing. Where I mean, there's science behind it, naman, but it's more of a spiritual thing. Because you know how the way you speak and the way that the way that you carry yourself affects the way that people around you feel. And when I was in high school, at the start of high school, I carried that feeling or that energy or that area of hope. That even if the person feels very hopeless, I get to like nudge them to stand back up and to I would help them walk forward. There's that voice of mine that became the hopeless one. That voice was the one that made me lose a lot of my friends, because it was heavy. It's the same effect as my voice of hope was able to bring out people from a hopeless pit. So what happens if the hope voice becomes a hopeless voice? It then becomes deeper than what people might be aware of. And that's the Alan that used to exist a lot. And because I didn't understand how to properly communicate my emotions, I didn't know how to properly talk about it. And I until now, I still think about it because I've hurt people that I love and care about. So I would say that that's the voice that doesn't exist much now, because I feel a lot more free. I feel a lot more understanding of myself. And I actually know how to talk about my emotions, that it doesn't instill hopelessness on people. And the way I realize that that's the thing now is one of my friends that became friends with me again, she told me one thing that really like helped me, or really like reassured me, was when she said, "Na the Alan that she's talking to now, and the Alan that she's friends with now, that she's best friends again with, actually, this is the Alan now that she would actually trust her life with.
Wow.
The Alan before is very iffy. It was like, sure, I was very caring, I was very loving to people, but I was very unstable. Now I'm a lot more mature. I see things better. I'm calmer, and when I talk about my emotions, it doesn't instill hopelessness to people, as far as I'm aware. So yeah,
So like, how does it feel, Allen, na like yung na-mention mo, there's someone na magta-trust ng life
Hmm.
sa'yo. How does that feel?
that's scary. That's very wrong. Do not do that. What is wrong with you? Don't do that. No. It's nice. That someone would trust me like that. Um, but more so that receiving that is more of a reminder to me, because the people that, so I'm good to people now. People like the way I am now, especially the ones in college. But the people, and especially my one of my former best friends that I hurt in high school, I still think about him to this day, and I know that he doesn't like me. I know that in his perspective or in his life, I'm someone that just hurt him. Um, so I understand that that's how heavy things are, and I respect that. So the way I see things now is, I'm going to just keep getting better. I'm going to keep being who I am, but be a more refined and a better version of who I am. I'm not I'm not asking him to be friends with me again or to talk to me again. But if I were to be blessed with the opportunity to at least put water under the bridge, or to like properly put closure on the situation, then I want to be ready. I want to be the Alan that can actually handle that situation better than old me would have been able to.
Okay. So, like, naririnig ko yung voice mo, Allen, na even you need, parang you need to really help yourself then. Like,
Mm.
as, habang tinutulungan mo yung ibang tao, tinutulungan ka niya to really heal and to become a better version of yourself right
Yeah.
now. And it really, kaya gusto mo siya gawin, like, you really wanted that kind of voice of chaos kasi it also help you
Mm.
kapag natutulungan mo yung ibang tao. Like, parang, as you serve, you also heal.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the things that I love about it. I mean, some people would see it as selfishness, maybe, but no, there's. I think Uncle Arrow said something in Avatar about that, but it's being able to help someone really helps you. It helps you uplift yourself. Actually, that's how things were for me in high school. Because so I was the school's counselor, right? What's funny is that whenever someone approaches me about the problems, the questions I ask them, would reflect back to me as what I needed to answer on the situation. Because like when I ask about questions, they're like, "Wow, Alan, you must have studied about this." I was like, "No, those questions that came out of nowhere. That was just in my head." But I'm like, "Wait, I need that question. I need to answer that, because that answering that will allow me to answer my own problems." So that's where it kind of started. That I really enjoyed, and I like giving my time for people that genuinely want to be able to process and just figure out what went wrong.
Alright. So congratulations, Alan, for unleashing your voice. Like the stories, like hindi ko, like yung mga stories na yun is hindi mo pa nakwento or sadyang hindi pa tayo nagkaroon ng ganitong conversation.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And it's really great na napag-usapan natin. And hindi lang tayong dalawa nakakarinig, but also the viewers and the people who are watching this on the replay. So ayun, Alan, as we end our conversation tonight, ano yung kulay ng boses na gusto mong iwan sa kanila? At bakit?
Oh, this is gonna sound really bad. First off, hindi, joke. Oh my god, this sounds really bad. The color that went into my head was rainbow. That's not a color, by the way, but that's what came into my mind. Because just going back to how I said things, every human's personality has multiple aspects to it, and since I see things that way, I see that my aspects all have different colors. Alan wouldn't be the person he is today if one of those aspects are not here. If one of them did not accept the way they were, if one of them did not if one of them kept running away from whatever happened to them, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So it's more so, it more so is, and going back to how you said, no, we can put definition to any color we want. Um, I want the color that I leave to people. Actually, no, here's a better way: the color that you think of right now, or the color that you will think of when you go back to this, because whatever that color is, process that and see if that's the thing that helps you become a better version of who you are.
So napakaganda siya, Allen. Like, it's not only, hindi mo lang sila iniwanan ng, like, eto dapat piliin mo kasi eto yung gusto kong iwan sa'yo. But you also empowered them kung ano yung gusto nilang kulay na makita dito sa conversation na to as we end. And kung yung definition ba nila, like yung color na yun is makakatulong, or that will remind them that meron tayong ganitong space, meron tayong ganitong individual that will really help them to really start unleashing their voice, their own stories. And kasi di ba mahirap mag-unleash ng story kapag nararamdaman mo, kapag different ka, rejected ka.
Yep.
But this is a space, like etong conversation na to is really a reminder na merong tao na mag-a-accept sa'yo kahit anong imperfection mo yan, kahit kakaiba ka sa mga tao na kapaligid. May tao. Merong tao na willing tumulong sa'yo at patuloy na lalaban kasama ka. Kasi may pag-asa. Merong pag-asa. Merong pag-asa as long as naniwala ka din sa sarili mo na may mga taong tutulong sa'yo at inalaw mo silang tulungan kanila. So yun yung conversation namin for tonight ni Allen. And ayun, thank you for joining us for the 10th episode of Unleash Your Voice. And whether you are joining us live or watching on a replay, please do leave a comment to share your insight. Circulate the link of this video and don't keep us a secret. So if you are interested to embark on a journey of becoming a professional certified life coach like me, Master Coach A offers the co-actively co-create life coach certification program with CPD accreditation and 40 credit units. So life coaching is a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains, thereby increasingly their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace dynamic business environment. So CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning with lifetime access, a 2-day live face-to-face coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live virtual business bootcamp with senior coaching team. So the program package also comes with done for you coaching programs and many other bonuses. So connect now with Coach Tricia through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in the second fastest growing industry in the world. So mark your calendar for the next certification will be on July. So if you wanted to have a specific date of that, you can connect with Coach Tricia to 0917-586-1661. And I also invite you to watch the other shows hosted here at Ting Talk Broadcast. So you can follow, subscribe to any social media accounts of Ting Talk Broadcast. So meron kaming account on Twitter, Instagram, and also in YouTube. So give us your review. So for partnership and collaboration, please connect with Coach Giselle at 0917-586-1661. So see you in the next episode of Unleash Your Voice on June 25, 2022. So live here at Ting Talk Broadcast. So this is us in the Philippines, broadcasting beyond borders and advancing life coaching worldwide. So love bam boom, love bam boom, love bam boom. Coaches like us, think and talk like this. Thank you, everyone.